So we've just left our lovely little mooring in Leamington Spa. We had a little explore in Leamington this morning. Went to the old town.
Yep, got to see the Victorian pump rooms. Well, from the outside.
There's a museum and information centre we went to.
Yeah, but
lovely park
independently because we can't bring George inside with us. So.
George enjoyed the park.
Lots of fun in the park. We went to the old town hall, which was quite over the top in its decoration. And there's this statue of Queen Victoria that's kind of unremarkable as a statue of Queen Victoria, but it's just kind of funny that it's tilted a little bit to the side. It's got a plaque saying that it was moved by a bomb, a German bomb.
But still standing.
But still standing there.
If you
I didn't even notice.
If you like shopping, it's probably quite a good place to go, but we didn't need anything. So we got a leaflet that was like a self-guided tour of the old town. We thought it sounded quite interesting. Yeah. But it was a little bit oversold and underwhelming.
A little bit, because you get there and it's like, see this place that is now in Iceland? Well, this used to be this building, and
it wasn't even that interesting.
No.
So, but yeah.
But the history of Leamington Spa before it became kind of this sort of industrial town, like when it was a spa town, it sounds pretty interesting.
Where the Victorians came to take the waters.
Some interesting plaques around the town that are.
Oh, there was another walking tour which was all the blue plaques.
They're basically a round plaque that is put outside of any site where something historical happened. For instance, one of them that I saw in London was the hospital that Florence Nightingale worked at before she left for...
Oh, but it's usually relating to a person, not...
It's always related to a person.
Yeah, and there's lots of them, and you quite often just stumble upon them, but this was like an actual walking tour of all of the blue plaques in Leamington, so... But we didn't do it.
No, because at the end of the day, there was like 4 items on there that were people that I'm aware of.
John Ruskin.
Yeah, John Ruskin.
Napoleon III.
Napoleon III, who was a rich guy with a... famous grandfather. I was trying to remember the guy that invented the jet engine. One of the jet engine guys.
But there's 20 people.
Yeah.
Of which
17 of which were unknown to us. No doubt very famous people in their circles. So basically, Leamington Spa is a
really pleasant, really nice
little town with
lots of
excellent access to moorings and a ridiculously large number of croissants available.
If you don't want, we're just going to go for a railway now. If you don't want Lidl, it's probably best somewhere nearer Bridge 40. It's less of a walk to everything. But we still had a nice walk. Still walkable.
Very pleasant walk. And if you do like Lidl, park up right beside it.
And now we're going on to Warwick, which is only an hour or 2 hours. Maybe, I don't know.
No locks until Bridge 49B.
Yeah.
And 49 is where we might be getting off if we're going into Warwick itself.
Yeah. And then it's just before the Hatton Flight, so we might take a couple of days before we get there.
Yeah. We'll see. Because that's a big flight of lots of locks that is described in here. And I'm looking forward to actually seeing this for myself. I like the bit where it says the 21 locks of the Hatton Flight with distinctive paddle gear and gates stretching up the hill ahead, a daunting sight for even the most resilient boatman. Consolation is offered by the fine view of the spires of Warwick as you climb the flight.
Yes, I'm so going to get picked up on that pronunciation.
Yeah, and it's not going to go well. We have been, I believe, descending all the way, and we are about to go up again, right? And all the locks have been down, and these are the first locks to go up, so we're going to be doing it the hard way.
So just coming up to Bridge 45, and I think there's a CRT workboat ahead doing something on towpath. Today is Hatton Day.
Hatton Flight coming up. It's a ridiculous number of locks, all going up a hill.
You know what? I don't even know how many it is.
Too many. Too many. Famously large amounts. Yeah, it's supposed to be quite, what was the word? Daunting.
Who said that?
That's
the book.
The book says it's daunting. Basically, we go down this way. There's 2 locks. We get to the Saltisford Arm junction, where we can turn and go on to the Saltisford Arm,
which we're probably going to do.
Because it's a completely different canal run by a completely different set of people.
Michael has to go everywhere.
It's like 150 yards long. And then we turn back, if we decide to do that, and we shall be facing the Hatton Flight.
You know, the only issue today with the Hatton Flight is, well, there's probably lots of issues, but my main issue is it's due to rain at about 2 o'clock, and that could change, and I don't want to be doing the Hatton Flight in the rain, so we should go. Side note, we're in Warwick. Warwick is really nice. Now we should go.
It is a beautiful town with a really cool little castle that is far too expensive to visit.
£30.
But apparently it has a trebuchet, which they demonstrate, and I'm not sure how many people survive that. But it sounds like an interesting thing if you've got £30 plus per person. But
we met the bears aboard for a drink last night, so that was really, really nice.
Yeah. And it's a beautiful,
morning
and everything looks pretty good, and yeah, we basically just have to beat it by 2 o'clock, which we should be able to do.
If we go now and stop talking.
We stop talking. Left the Saltisford Arm and Saltisford Canal Centre, where there is nothing. There is boats. There's just boats. There is a couple of lock gates and stuff on display, old pieces of wood, and there is a little visitor centre and a tiny chandlery and Elsan, etc. And it's a decent place to spend the night if you want to do an overnight. Near to work. It's quite near, only a few minutes walk from the sort of downtown centre. But as a recreational visit, don't bother. But if you want to stay a night, go twice. Or if you need something, fair enough. Back there's lock 29, the fourth of 20 Hatton locks finished. We're cruising. We're moving so fast. We are already exhausted and probably will not make it. What are you gonna do? 6 locks up the Hatton Flight.
Is that what we've done?
Yeah. About halfway to halfway. And the rest all to come.
We just saw a lockkeeper, a volunteer lockkeeper. I was so excited. And he did help us with 2 locks. But now he's disappeared down that way.
She was like, hallelujah! And now she's like, God damn you.
But I am grateful those 2 locks. And there's a boat in the next lock coming down, so.
And there's apparently another one up ahead of us, about 8 locks.
Coming down or going up?
And going up. So apparently those are the 2 that have used up all the volunteers.
And if that boat had waited, or if we'd got up earlier. Anyway.
It was my decision to go down the Saltisford Flight, wasn't it?
The flight? Oh.
Yeah. Well, no.
Mind you.
The flight. There was a lock down there. It was just disassembled.
It took all of 30 seconds, so I don't think. And there's no rain yet, but it is very windy.
Yes.
So you probably haven't heard any of this anyway.
No, except for me, because I am loud.
Apparently we are halfway and the daunting looking bit is just ahead of us. We've got into quite a good rhythm, but we're working really hard. It's good fun and it's not raining and the wind's gone. Fingers crossed it stays gone. So we're currently sat at the top of the Hatton Flight and we've been here for 2 nights.
Not on the water point.
No.
Just up there. We just backed up to the water point. Yeah, so we wanted to get to the top of the Hatton Flight because the weather was meant to turn, and it did.
But it turned in a different way. I thought it was going to be constant rain, but it's been constant wind.
Yeah. This morning our boat is covered in aphids. Go figure.
So the Hatton Flight was... How would you describe the Hatton Flight?
Long. It wasn't bad.
21 locks?
21 locks.
It starts off very gradually, so you have a lock and then a couple of 100 yards and another lock and then a couple of 100 yards and another lock. And you can just about see the next lock, but you can't see the flight.
The one after that.
So
and
the whole time we were like, oh, I wonder if there's any boats coming.
And they start getting slightly closer and closer together.
And then when you're about halfway up, yeah, it's exactly halfway up, then you hit the ones that are like
just boom.
Yeah.
Lots of locks straight in front of you.
Yeah, so when we were on the long bit, we saw a volunteer, or I saw a volunteer at the next lock, and he was getting it ready, and I was like, yes, we've got a volunteer. So by the time we got there, we were like getting pretty tired, although we did get into a rhythm where we'd be in a lock, we'd get halfway up, Michael would climb out, or we'd already be out, I'd go and set the next lock, and sometimes even the one after that, and then Michael would finish the lock and close the gates, and the next one would be ready. So we got into a good rhythm, and the locks, like once you knew how they worked, they all moved the same way. So we were just using one gate and one paddle, and as long as you opened the paddle on the side that the boat was, it was very gentle. It
kind of held the boat against the side. What we found on, I think it was the first one, we opened them both.
Yeah.
And I sort of went to the side, and then from that point on, we just always opened the one on the same side I was.
And it was, even though it was, the paddles were really heavy and the gates were quite heavy, it was
relatively gentle.
Yeah, and everything was predictable. So we got into this rhythm, saw the volunteer, he helped us for 2 locks, and then he carried on down, and we were like, come back. The wind was picking up at this stage.
The wind started to severely pick up, which made it a little bit harder to navigate.
And then a little bit further, our friends, Steve and Andy, turned up.
So suddenly we had some help for the last 6 or 7 losses.
Yeah, which was really wonderful because by that time I was done.
We got a little bit complacent because we got to...
And we'd done 18 locks or whatever.
Yeah.
17 locks by this stage. And because it's by the honeypot area, by the cafe, there's lots of people around and people are talking to you. And one of the, Michael went in the lock, and in each lock we'd been getting a rope around the bollard. But before Michael had a chance to do that, the volunteer just opened the lock on the other side. So we had a bit of a bump around, which was off.
I lost track of who was actually at the top, but one of the two grabbed the rope for me and got it around, but couldn't pull it so tight that it didn't actually stop us from smacking.
Whereas the volunteer should have really waited till we'd said, yes, we're ready.
That would have been nice.
We got to the top and we were distracted and we were complacent because it had gone so well. Yeah. And there was all these people, so of course it's going to be safe because there's all these people helping.
Yeah. And we just hit really hard. We got up to the top of the flight, found a mooring spot just back there, pulled up, tied up, completely forgot to do our normal end of video.
Which is what we're doing now.
Because we ran back to sit for a cream tea, and of all things, I had a spotted dick, which just sounds funny, but turns out it's well, it also sounds funny that what it actually said on the sign was boiled pud.
Pud.
Okay.
To be PUD.
Yeah. Well, PUD is not something you say in where I come from. When you say somebody's a pud nut or something, you're not.
Pud.
Yeah, pud. Okay. Well, yeah, it means pudding.
So we've just left our lovely Lidl mooring.
Are we completely in silhouette? Or can you see your face?
You can see my face.
Okay. Sorry, I can't see a thing, so. Okay, so, start again. I'd say that 3 times fast. Lovely little... Yeah, I can't do it. Yeah, so based on...
No, there's no locks.
Based on our, conveniently upside down map on conveniently the wrong page, we have... And they went around the park parading and playing
croquet or whatever. I don't know.
Not foosball. Bowling, that's the one. I'm in complete silhouette, but if my face is visible, that's good. Well, not necessarily for you.
Have I got toothpaste on my face this time? No, don't lick me.
Yes, you do.
I'll just have some of this.
Okay, you have some of this. We're recording. We're kind of sheltered from the wind for a moment. Joe's eating for breakfast. That's not chewing gum. It's good. Oh, you got a bit of cream on your nose.
Because by this stage we were like...
It's flooding our boat.
Is it full?
No, I need somebody to pull on the rope. And then...
But you read in the book that it was...
Daunting. Yeah. And it is daunting when you see that bit.
But only when you get halfway. Before that, we were waiting for the daunting bit.
Yeah. You came around the corner and said, I found the daunting bit.
Yeah.